I can remember having moments when I was just unsure, right? And I feel like we all have those moments in life. It happens to everybody. Even if you are the type of person where you feel like, listen, you had everything perfectly planned out, right? I'm going to go to this school. I'm going to graduate in 3.5 years. I'm going to work this job. I'm going to apply with this Fortune 500 company. I'm going to come out of school making six figures. I'm going to have my Mercedes Benz. I'm going to live in this neighborhood. We all had those thoughts and these plans. And then, if you live a little bit, you understand that things are tentative. They do not always go as planned. And so you got to learn how to pivot. Now, learning how to pivot doesn't mean that you stop believing or wanting those things that you wanted from the beginning. It just means that you have to be okay that God's timing, his way, does not always align. Rarely does it align with the things that, that we want or the way that we think it should go. And that's the thing about when you walking on a journey with God, is that you'll be he'll see you on a detour. Because you thought that the journey was gonna be point A to point B. That's what you thought. But then life happens, right? It's the unexpected things that happen, and then we have to learn how to pivot. It's in those moments of us learning how to pivot that we really learn how to trust God. But we got to be in relationship so that we know him, so that we know when he's speaking to us, so that we know and we don't doubt when he sends a person to us, that we have the confidence to be like, you know what, God, I thank you, I praise you, because I was just praying about that. I was just concerned about that. I was just worried about that. But then you showed up, and then you sent the woman, and then you sent the man to speak life into me when I was in my lowest place. And not only did you send somebody, they poured into me. So not only did they have a word, not only did they have a message, not only did they encourage me when they didn't even know that I needed encouragement, when they didn't even know my story and know what type of place that I was in. God, you sent the person, and they just confirmed what you had already said. And so now I have the confidence, like, okay, let me dive a little deeper into my prayer life. Let me figure out, what have I been saying to myself that has been keeping me stuck? What is it that I've been saying to myself that was keeping me stuck? Do I truly believe that I deserve the life that I say that I want? Are those things aligning for me? I promise you, like, you gotta lock in. You have to lock in. You have to know that you know that you know. Because when you don't, what happens is the people that you love, unfortunately, are the ones who have the greatest influence in our lives, right? So whether that be your parents, your best friend, your mate, your companion, whatever that is for you, it's the people who know you best, who are the closest to you, who have the greatest influence. So with that being said, if you do not know who you truly are, if you are not grounded, if there's an ounce of unbelief, then that's when that negative chatter, and that's not their intentions. Hear me well. Their intentions are not to deter you, to distract you, or to get you off track of your destiny. They don't think that's their intentions. In their mind, they're helping you. In their mind, they're trying to save you financially. In their mind, they're trying to save you from hurting emotionally, from a relationship, whatever the case may be. Their intention is not to harm, it's to help. That's what they think. But when you are in that season and you're asking God for something, you asking God to show you or to show up or to the person, and then here comes a distraction that you don't recognize as a distraction because it's someone that you love. Now you're taking their advice, and their advice is moving you further away from the very thing that you was just about to get delivered from. It's moving you further away from making the decision that you was almost ready to make, a sound decision with a sound mind, right? You've been praying about it, like, God, please show me. Please reveal to me. Please speak to me. Please show me. Please send a person with a message. Like, give me a sign, God. Those are the things that you're speaking. But that's when you have to know that you know that you know. Because if God told you, give it a year. He said, give this thing a year, okay? And you like, okay, what am I supposed to do in a year? And he said, just give it a year, daughter. Just keep walking with me. for this whole year. Don't get distracted. And then month 3, somebody was like, I don't know, I think you should probably quit that job and find another one. Because such and such is hiring and they starting off with 100K. So I think you should quit that job. What if your destiny helper was at the job that you are at now, making 20 grand less, but your destiny helper is there, who's going to elevate you, surpass that 100K that you're thinking about, because you can't see the abundance that God really has for you. You can't see the business plan that God is going to help you create. You can't see past the right now. But that's why you got to know that you know that you know that you know, so that those people that you love, or even things on the internet, so you don't get distracted, so you're not trying everything, so you're not going every which way. Stay grounded, because God has something for you. And the thing is, are you patient enough? Are you willing? Are you ready to change your mindset? Are you ready to change your life? Are you ready to change the way that you think about yourself? Are you really ready to change to create new beliefs? Are you ready to change and create new habits for yourself? Are you ready to have a new lifestyle? Are you ready to really have an intimate prayer life? Are you really ready? Are you ready for that? But I encourage you, if you're not ready, you better get ready. I'm just saying. Listen, you gotta know that you know that you know that you know, because that is what's getting you stuck, your mindset. What is it that you really believe about yourself? And it's not just a thing, it's that quiet, it's the quiet talk, it's the self-talk, it's the inner talk, right? It's not the outwardly expression. You might be real bubbly in public, and then you get home and you sad, and you get home and you feeling the spirit of depression, and you trying to shake it and you can't figure out why. It's because you truly don't believe, number one, that you deserve it. You don't believe that you deserve it. And you're like, well, I do. If you really believe that you deserve the thing that you desire, you would move differently. That's just number one. So actions follow your mindset. Your actions follow your mindset. So you can say something with your mouth, but the truth of the matter is the things that you actually do will determine what's really true. Now, Tay, I know who I am. Oh, okay. Now, Tay, I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I know my purpose. No, I know I'm confident. No, I know I'm not dealing with a spirit of depression. I know who I am. Okay. I know. If you know, then you need to start doing. If you know, then your actions have to align. Your actions have to say what there has to be alignment. There has to be alignment. If you want to shift, there has to be alignment. So let's just say shifting your finances. Do you believe that you deserve more? I know that you want more. I know that you wish you had a better paying job. I know that you wish these things. I know that you don't have a college degree. So you feel like because you don't have a college degree, that everything is just there. The options for you are minimum. But you just told me you know who you are. You just told me that you believe that you should have it. That's that limiting mindset. You cannot allow the things and the ways of the world to limit you in how you truly view yourself, how you feel about yourself, and what God has promised you. What has God said? What has He spoken to you? What has He said in His word? Are you getting into your word? And then are you getting into the right are you having the right conversations? Because that mentality, when that is in order, when you are strengthening your mentality, when you are displaying confidence, what's on the inside spills out. What is on the inside is going to spill out. So if you are sitting in a space of low vibration, I just pray that spirit is released instantly, that you start to believe in yourself again. I pray that you know exactly who you are. And I pray that you search if you don't know. If you feel unsure, if you feel a lack of confidence, I pray that you begin to seek God. And the more that you seek God, the more that He reveals things to you. The problem is we want to see the full plan. We want to see step A through Z. And that's just not how God works. So that's a part of walking by faith. You have to begin to take some steps. You take a step, He'll show you. You'll meet people, I promise you, like you will meet people out of nowhere. You'll be like, dang, I didn't know. You never know. But that's the thing. You have to begin to walk by faith and not by sight. That's what the word says. That's exactly what it is. Walking by faith and not by sight. Something shifted a few weeks ago, and I promise you that it was this simple. I was at church. I had that encounter where I hugged this woman of God who knows who she is. She knows she's using her gifts to please the Lord. And the results of that is she is financially blessed abundantly. And it simply just rang in my ear, not in my ear, not in a coveting way, but it was like, why not you? Because a lot of times we just like, we aim for the 6 figures, right? And that's cool. But it's like, why don't you believe that the abundance, that the more is for you? Why does saying that, yeah, I'm going to be a millionaire? Why is being a multi-millionaire as a goal scary for you? Why is that scary for you? Or you feel like that's asking for too much. I'm just trying to do a little bit. I just want a little money to put in the college fund. I just want enough to pay my bills. That limiting belief right there of you saying, I just want enough to pay my bills is a limited mindset. And that's what clicked for me. So as soon as I believe that, you know what? I am the one. I'm the girl for the job. I'm the one to pave the way. I am the one in my family. And God is going to allow me to share this blessing with those, who are connected to me, those who have sown into me. When I had a limiting mindset, when I didn't really know who I was, when I didn't understand prosperity, when I didn't understand the things that God had for me because I couldn't see it. But one thing led to the next. I started doing, I started reading, I started fasting. I started into relationships that he showed me wasn't for me. I started entertaining things and just walking in a different way. And he showed me things that was for me. I know when to pause. I know when to go. But that's all about knowing who you are, being in tune with the Holy Spirit. So when the Holy Spirit say go, you go. And that's the thing about being God-led, because no man can tell you that that's not for you. No man can tell you, that that's not for you. If what God says is what I believe. So if God says that abundance is for me and he sends a complete stranger to sow into me, to give me the confidence and confirmation that, yes, this is me speaking this to you. You are not making these things up in your head. God will send a woman who ain't never seen you before to speak a word to you, because I need you to know that it's me. It wasn't my granny, it wasn't my mama, it wasn't my best friend, it wasn't my sister. No, God sent a complete stranger to confirm something that was dwelling in me. And for me, it was the why not me? Why not me? And so I'm just walking in that. So y'all stay tuned. I hope that this message reaches you. It was so unplanned. I was in the middle of doing my hair and it was just like record, turn on the camera before this thought leaves your mind. But limiting mindsets, that is what it is, y'all. And I know y'all heard it before, like mindset, but it really is a thing. What are you saying to yourself about you? How do you really feel about you? How you feel about you? And if you're not there yet and you in a low place, that's okay. We about to bring you up out the valley though, sis. We about to bring you up out the valley though, sis. Because listen, abundance is here. Prosperity is here. Healing is here. Sisterhood is here. Like, blessings are here. And I'm just telling you, like, it's time for you to get up. You got this. You got this. So when I'm telling you, change the way that you think about yourself. Now, in the next video, I'm going to give you some tools and some tips on how you can change your mindset, how you can stop living in a limited belief, how you can stop living with limited beliefs, how you can shift your mindset, and how you can do this before the year is up. You still have time. Don't think that it has to take 5 years, 3 years. No, you simply can make the decision. And as soon as you make the decision, that's when things are going to start to shift. Now, am I saying that overnight everything is going to be different? Absolutely not. That's not what I'm saying. But it starts with making the decision.